Hi, it's Rabbi Lewis wishing you an early Shabbat shalom. I'm just back from the convention of the Central Conference of American Rabbis in Chicago. Rabbis Ken Cantor, Jimmy Stoloff, and Josh Leaf all send their regards. And when we were there, we had a chance to study some of the new translation of the Torah commentary that the conference was working on, and which several members of our congregation test piloted last year, and we were looking at this week's Torah portion, PARASHAT PEKUDEI. And of note, right out of the gate, was the translation of the word PEKUDEI, which is usually like accounting or taking note of. But they changed the translation here to give a deeper idea of what that word actually means, and they changed it to tallied. And if you think about the difference between counting and tallied is, counting maybe has some room for error. Not that we make room for it, but it happens. You go 1, 2, 3, maybe I didn't see that person, whatever, they're hiding behind somebody, I may have missed somebody, and it just happens when you're just counting. But if you're tallying, you're making sure that there's a one-to-one correlation between seeing them, taking note of them, looking for them, and also making sure that every person who exists is noted, tallied specifically, accurately, in a very careful way. And in a real life sense, it's important that we do tally rather than just count, because sometimes there are folks who will say, maybe there are people in this world who don't count. There are people who they want to look over, whose existence they want to deny. But instead of that, we're supposed to tally. When you encounter someone and they say who they are, they tell you their identity, they tell you their name, even if it's not the name they were born into, or maybe the specific identity they were born into, and they've actively chosen or realized this is who they always were. It's up to them to tell us who they are, not up to us to say you are or you aren't. That's when we get the difference between counting and saying, well, I'm just going to push you to the side in my mind, versus tallying and say, hi, I see you, I acknowledge you, I embrace you, welcome you, it is nice to meet you. Okay? We don't have to agree, we don't have to understand, we just have to accept. And I think it's fairly explicit what I'm talking about. Y'all can read between the lines. It's so important in our congregations, in our city, in our country, our world. There are people who often get overlooked or ignored or denied that their existence is real as they tell us it is. And we need to change our mindset. Rather than counting people, we need to truly tally them and let them know we acknowledge who they are. And, we meet some wonderful people along the way when we do that. Those are my thoughts for today. I wish everyone a Shabbat Shalom. Hope to see you real soon.